Hello, everybody. This is Debo with Debo's Film Reviews here. And this week's review will be Three Kings, starring George Clooney as Archie Gates, Ice Cube as Chief Elgin, Mark Wahlberg as Troy Barlow, with Kelly Wilson as Colonel Horn, Nora Dunn as Adriana Coos, Jim Kennedy as Walter, and Cliff Curtis as Amir Abdullah. Yeah, I gotta say, for 1999, epic masterpiece for a film that was basically a Kelly Heroes rep. Back scratch that. I mean, a Kelly's Heroes rep off. Well, it was hard to say, but hey, proof is pretty much in the pudding. Although a lot more different, because this is pretty much, if they ever did an honest trailer for this movie, they would have to just might as well just call it Gulf War Kelly's Hero, or just as like Kelly's Heroes Gulf War edition, because this is what the movie personally basically was just Gulf War Kelly's Heroes, given how both were about soldiers and gold, although different being the wars, of course, as Kelly's Heroes was WW2. And that's enough I got to say about Kelly's Heroes, because I'm going to do it so I can save enough so I can do a review on that later on. Now back to Three Kings. I can say excellent film and a definite standout masterpiece directed by David O. Russell. I mean, yeah, I kind of give it the whole deal with him and Clooney was pretty much was weren't good terms on set, but excellent film. And even though director David Russell didn't really want Clooney actually did a damn good job in this, and he also was pretty much his bounce back from trying to from being Batman. And I should also say excellent in terms of or excellence was the action, how it just out of the park and all. I mean, right at the beginning, it just starts off with Marky Mark's character just capping some one and just starts out, and then he finds a treasure map in some dude's ass, and of course, yeah, of course, him, Conrad Vick, played by Spike Jones, and Ice Cube and Clooney characters all go on a secret mission, completely off the books and all, on a quest for gold, and then meet a lot of, and then of course, in the process, rally refugees against Saddam's boys. And I should also mention, talk about excellent soundtrack. I mean, any movie that has Beach Boys, I Get Around is a definite plus in my book. I mean, that's an insolent gotta pump that jam when it's on kind of song. Kind of like one of the few things I always think about whenever that song came on the radio or on Spotify. Or it was that or is usually that or something to do with hot rods. Man, excellent song there, along with the small take on I Got the Power, and and of course Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time. Even a little funny bit of her of that scene where Walter taunts some Iraqi, and he's going, you know, this is bad music, right? Because Wahlberg got, I mean, he always kind of tends to play cocky assholes when it comes to films. Although this is pretty much where he was the least cocky, but I'll save what I think of that for some other movie, for other Mark movies. But this is pretty much more of his one of his hit movies. Kind of like, because Mark plays a damn good soldier between this, Lone Survivor, and Shooter. Knocks it out of the park. Clooney knocked it out of the park, and even all a little tidbit I actually found in that how Clooney actually only got the part because Nick Cage and Mel Gibson turned it down. But Ice Cube was, excuse me, downright perfect, and I mean he just knocked it out of the park because Ice Cube, excellent actor and excellent rapper. I mean, oh, and it's almost some badass back to the ultimate badass action in this movie where it was like at the beginning of Troy Barlow capping somebody, then of course Conrad Vig, Ice Cube, and Mark's characters riding in the back of that Humvee, firing off rounds, and then of course Conrad Vig playing like the gun-toting redneck, and one and being just rigging C4 to Nerf balls, and just talking about how some standouts. Even like a oddly funny scene because this is more of a black comedy of the whole cow getting blown up, and then of course the Humvee after an encounter with a Republican guard, and oof, which of course recruits Amir, played by Cliff Curtis. Was always an underrated actor in my opinion. Rallies the citizens against to help carry the gold after their Humvee blew up, and then the blue delivery truck got lost, hit a landmine too, and then of course they have to carry the gold, escort refugees to Iran, and then rescue Barlow, who gets captured POW, and then of course has to. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but a lot excellent. Even old scene when they go raid one of Saddam's palaces, and then they get them cars, and then they talk about one of the flashiest convoys ever in film history, with all those limos and such. Man, those are some flashy cars. I'm surprised one of them didn't have like the Boss Hog thing with the steer horns as a hood ornament. But overall, I gotta give Three Kings a definite 5 out of 5. Very good for a Kelly's Heroes rep-off. I hope y'all liked, subscribed, enjoy the movie as much as you enjoyed this review. And I'll be back next week.